Today, you are watching this coin, Washington Quarter, 1984, United States of America. Introduction. The 1984 quarter dollar of the United States, commonly called the 1984 Washington Quarter, is part of one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. First introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the Washington Quarter became a permanent fixture of U.S. coinage. By 1984, the design had already been in circulation for over 5 decades, making it one of the most familiar coins in American daily life. Although 1984 was not a major redesign year for the quarter, the coin reflects an important period in modern U.S. history. The Cold War era, the presidency of Ronald Reagan, economic recovery following inflation in the late 1970s, and preparations for the 1984 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. The 1984 quarter stands as a representative example of late 20th century American coin production, metallurgy, and minting practices. This comprehensive overview explores the history, design, minting details, cultural context, production statistics, and numismatic value of the 1984 quarter dollar. Origins of the Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter was first issued in 1932. It replaced the standing Liberty Quarter, which had been in circulation since 1916. The change was originally intended as a one-year commemorative issue to honor George Washington, but the design proved so popular that it became permanent. The obverse front of the coin features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, based on a sculpture by French-American artist Jean-Antoine Houdon. The reverse originally depicted a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, symbolizing American strength and unity. By 1984, this original eagle reverse design was still in use. It would remain until 1998, before being replaced in 1999 by the 50 State Quarters program. Physical specifications of the 1984 quarter. The 1984 quarter maintained standard specifications established after 1965, when the United States eliminated silver from circulating quarters due to rising silver prices. Specifications. Denomination: 25 cents. Diameter: 24.26 millimeters. Thickness: 1.75 millimeters. Weight: 5.67 grams. Composition: copper nickel clad. Outer layers: 75% copper, 25% nickel. Core: 100% copper. Edge: reeded, 119 reeds. Before 1965, quarters were composed of 90% silver. However, the Coinage Act of 1965 transitioned quarters to clad composition, which continued through 1984 and remains standard today. Obverse design. Front. The obverse of the 1984 quarter features a portrait of George Washington facing left, the word Liberty above his head, the motto, "In God We Trust," to the left, the date 1984 at the bottom, mint mark, if applicable, to the right of Washington's ponytail. The portrait is adapted from Houdon's bust of Washington, created in 1785. The design used on the coin was executed by sculptor John Flanagan, whose initials JF appear on the obverse near Washington's neck truncation. Reverse design. Back. The reverse of the 1984 quarter features a heraldic eagle with wings spread, arrows in its talons, symbolizing readiness for defense, olive branches beneath, symbolizing peace. The inscriptions: United States of America, E pluribus unum, quarter dollar. This reverse design is emblematic of traditional American symbolism and had been used since 1932. Mint locations and production in 1984. In 1984, quarters were minted at 3 U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark. Denver Mint, D mint mark. San Francisco Mint, S mint mark for proof coins. Mintage figures. Approximate production numbers. 1984, Philadelphia, 676 million. 1984, D, Denver, 546 million. 1984, S, proof, 31 million. These high mintages reflect a strong demand for circulating coinage during the economic expansion of the mid-1980s. The 1984 S proof quarter. Proof coins are specially struck for collectors using polished dies and planchets. The 1984 S proof quarter features mirror-like fields, frosted, raised devices, sharper strike detail. These coins were sold as part of annual proof sets and were not intended for circulation. Historical context: America in 1984. The year 1984 was significant in American history. Presidency of Ronald Reagan. The United States was under the leadership of Ronald Reagan, who was running for re-election. Reagan's administration emphasized economic growth, tax reform, and a strong anti-communist foreign policy stance during the Cold War. The Cold War era. The United States remained in strategic competition with the Soviet Union. Nuclear arms negotiations and military expansion characterized much of the political atmosphere. 1984 Summer Olympics. The 1984 Summer Olympics were held in Los Angeles. The Games were notable for the Soviet-led boycott and for being financially successful. Although the standard quarter design remained unchanged, Olympic commemorative coins were issued separately that year. Numismatic value of the 1984 quarter. Most 1984 quarters found in circulation today are worth face value, 25 cents. However, value can increase based on mint condition, uncirculated, MS65 or higher. Proof condition, PR69, PR70. Errors or varieties. Approximate collector values, general estimates. Circulated, 25 cents. Uncirculated, $1 to $5. High-grade certified examples, $10 to $50 plus. Proof coins, $3 to $15 depending on grade. Rare mint errors can significantly increase value. Known errors and varieties. Collectors sometimes seek 1984 quarters with off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, die cracks, broad strikes. While no extremely famous major error variety dominates 1984 quarters, error coins from this year can still command premium prices. Transition toward modern coinage. The 1984 quarter represents the later period of the classic Washington design before major changes occurred. 1999-50. State Quarters Program. 2009. District of Columbia and U.S. Territories Quarters. 2010 to 2021, America the Beautiful Series. 2022, present, American Women Quarters Program. Thus, the 1984 issue belongs to the pre-state quarter era of U.S. coinage. Economic significance of the quarter. The quarter has long been one of the most useful denominations in American commerce. In 1984, quarters were widely used for arcade machines, parking meters, laundromats, public telephones, vending machines. During the 1980s, the purchasing power of 25 cents was significantly greater than today, making the coin especially practical. Metal and industrial aspects. The clad composition used in 1984 provided durability and cost efficiency. The outer nickel layer gives the coin its silver appearance, while the copper core provides structural integrity. When viewed from the edge, a copper stripe is visible between the nickel layers. The switch from silver to clad coinage in 1965 prevented hoarding and allowed stable mass production. Artistic legacy. John Flanagan's portrait of Washington remained largely unchanged from 1932 through 1998. While minor modifications occurred, including lettering adjustments in the 1970s, the overall aesthetic endured. The design reflects neoclassical simplicity, symmetry, and patriotic symbolism, qualities highly valued in early 20th century American coin art. Collecting the 1984 quarter today. Collectors often obtain 1984 quarters through bankrolls, coin dealers, online auctions, mint-proof sets. Because of the high mintage, finding circulated examples is easy. High-grade uncirculated coins, especially with strong luster and minimal contact marks, are more desirable. Third-party grading companies such as PCGS and NGC certify and encapsulate coins, assigning numerical grades that affect value. Fun facts about the 1984 quarter. It contains no silver. Over 1.2 billion quarters were minted across all facilities in 1984. It predates the state quarter series by 15 years. It was circulating during the debut of Apple's Macintosh computer in 1984. It was in Americans' pockets during a major presidential election year. Conclusion. The 1984 United States quarter dollars may not be rare or revolutionary, but it represents a stable, enduring era of American coinage. It reflects over 50 years of consistent design, the economic and political climate of mid-1980s America, and the practicality of modern clad coin production. As part of the long-running Washington Quarter series, the 1984 issue stands as a historical artifact of everyday American life. Whether found in pocket change, preserved in mint condition, or collected as part of a complete date and mint set, the 1984 quarter remains a small but meaningful piece of United States history. Though often overlooked due to its abundance, it symbolizes continuity, linking generations of Americans through a shared national design featuring George Washington and the heraldic eagle.